is Queen Monroe and welcome back to the Red Carpet Curls YouTube channel. So today's video is going to be another scientific one in depth, but I figured it'd be good if I give you a demonstration while I explain the science behind and the importance of deep conditioning. So for today's video, for the purposes of just deep conditioning while my dripping hair drips all over my shirt, I'm going to be using the Carmela Marie Smoothing Hair Mask with argan oil and Rosal clay. I've used this once or twice before and I absolutely adore it. All the ingredients in it, including rose hip and argan oil, work to moisturize the hair and soften it. So I'm going to show you how I like to deep condition, and then we'll get into the specifics of deep conditioning. So to start it all off, water is a major component of any treatment we do to our hair. So I'm just, since I've been out of the shower for about 5 or 10 minutes, my hair has soaked up water and it's drying off. So I just respray it with water. And now I'm going to section my hair using little crocodile clips, alligator clips, whatever the hell you call them, I don't know. We're going to be using the clips to do the BMC method of sectioning. So if you don't know what the BMC method of sectioning is, it's called the Be My Curl method of sectioning. I do have the sectioning breaking down each step in the Be My Curl review video and tutorial, so you can go check that out. But really quickly, I'll do it here with you guys. The BMC method consists of 5 sections in your hair. So the first thing I do is push all my hair back, right? It's all detangled, it's all wet, ready for my deep conditioner. Now I'm going to use the arches of my eyebrows right here as reference points, and we're just gonna go straight up. And this will be my first section. So I make sure to take out any hair that could be part of any other section, just because it's going to pull on the hair if you don't section correctly. So this is the first section, okay? Next section, we're gonna be using the line right here above our earlobe as a reference, just up and out. That is the next section. They are smaller sections, so it allows you to really focus on product application. That's the second. The third is going to be the same thing. Up and out. Take out any hair that could be part of any other sections because you don't want to pull on your hair. Okay. And the last 2 sections, you're just gonna break right down the middle, right here, okay? Okay. Okay, those are all 5 sections, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to allow you to focus on your product application a bit more as we continue putting our deep conditioner. So as always, before we really get into applying my deep conditioner, I will say that you can follow along to this video with the matching companion article that is available on redcarpetcurls.com. The title of the article that can be found in the hair care section is called The Science Behind Deep Conditioning. So basically, I'm just going to be going off of points in this article so you can follow along. So I already told you we're using the Carmela Marie Smoothing Hair Mask, which is available on carmelamarie.com, and the full review of not only this deep conditioner, but the entire product line will be available on redcarpetcurls.com in a few weeks. So let's just jump right in. What is deep conditioning? Okay, so according to my article, right, deep conditioning is the act of applying a special treatment to the hair to improve the overall health of your hair. Deep conditioners contain ingredients that work to penetrate the hair strands on a much deeper level, such as the Rosal clay and the argan oil in this deep conditioner I'm using today. on a much deeper level than regular rinse out or leave-in conditioners. This more substantial treatment is meant to be left on anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes. This conditioner, depending on the specific ingredients, is formulated to provide moisture to the hair to slowly revive and nourish dry, brittle, and damaged hair for healthy, durable, and shiny curls with consistent use. So basically, deep conditioning, and we're going to start with this section. Deep conditioning essentially is an intensive conditioner. It's going to work far stronger and faster and on much deeper levels than regular 5-minute rinse out conditioners that, you know, from Shea Moisture or anything like that, and even leave-in conditioners, no matter how intensive they may be. So I start this section with wetting it with more water. Then I go in with my fingertips, take out a little bit of the conditioner. Depending on the conditioner, I prefer to use small all-natural brands such as Carmela Marie, as opposed to big brands like Cantu or Diva Curl or anything like that, because the potency of the ingredients is far stronger because the ingredients are more natural. There's less fillers, there's less stuff to just sit on the hair. It'll just work to penetrate. So the moment you put it on your hair, like you see I'm raking it into my hair right now, the moment it goes on the hair, you see it's encouraging curl definition already. I haven't even done anything. It works the moment you apply it to your hair. So really focus in each section on the ends of your hair, right about here, because this is the driest and most brittle part of the hair, and therefore more susceptible to breakage and split ends. Try to focus it a 1/4 inch away from the scalp, because the scalp does not need the deep conditioner, okay? It's just applying more product to the roots and weighing them down. Okay, so you see this section is all done. I've applied the product and it's starting to curl. I personally like to go in with some heat. I like my Q-Redo hair steamer just because it helps me encourage that curl definition, because I go in with a diffusing motion, up and down to encourage the definition. The heat helps the ingredients in the deep conditioner to penetrate deeper and quicker, so that you don't have to spend an hour or more deep conditioning. You should never be deep conditioning more than 30 minutes. You don't get any added benefit after 30 minutes. So the heat works to help open the scales on the cuticle so that the conditioner can get in more quickly and more effectively. There you go. Look at how moisturized and shiny it looks. So we're gonna do this to every single section, okay? It's just the basic, add more water, add conditioner, rake it through, really work it in, use some steam, and then move on to the next section. So we'll demonstrate with this side once again. Shake it out. Water. Water helps to increase the slip of a product. The slip of a product is how easily you can glide it through your hair, how you can work it through your hair. The easier it is, the better the slip is, okay? Now that it's soaking wet, more conditioner. Not too much, because since the water is going to help move the conditioner around, you won't need as much of the conditioner. Now we just apply it a 1/4 inch away from the scalp. Why? The scalp produces all the nutrients, right? So if your roots are connected to your scalp, then it's connected to all the nutrients it needs. It's hair that's still alive. The hair that you need to focus on with products such as deep conditioners like this to restore the overall health is from mid to ends. Really focus it on the ends though. There you go. So since this is a more intensive treatment than, let's say, a leave-in conditioner or a rinse-out conditioner, it's going to take the full 10 to 30 minutes to penetrate all the way to the innermost layer of the hair, which is the cortex. And it's going to not only moisturize it, but strengthen it to encourage your best curls. Once again, we're going to go in with a Q-Redo. And this is what we're gonna do to each and every section. Now, let's move on to the next point, which is, why do we need to deep condition weekly? So as we move on to the next section, let's talk about it. Why do we need to deep condition weekly? So naturally textured hair is naturally far more dry than any other type of hair, such as straight hair. Now, what does that mean? Naturally textured hair is all hair, wavy, curly, or coily, or kinky, that is not straight hair. So all hair that is not straight is considered naturally textured. It does not matter which texture you have, whether it's waves, curls, or coils. Point is, you have a texture naturally to your hair, right? So any kind of texture creates patterns in the hair, ripples, stuff like that, right? Over time, it's going to slow the production of the natural oils that your scalp produces. So naturally, your scalp produces oils, right? Its own oils to moisturize, protect, and keep the hair healthy, right? That's naturally the purpose of the natural oils, which is called sebum. Sebum is there to protect your hair, moisturize it, basically keep it living its best life, right? Even though all hair is dead. It's a very funny thing to get into. Point is, the sebum is there to moisturize and keep the hair healthy. Problem is, with naturally textured hair, the oil produced in our scalp cannot get all the way down to the ends because the ridges from the natural textures and the coils and the curls slow it down. It's not able to get all the way down where it's supposed to be in the amount of time that is needed. That's why naturally textured hair needs to be supplemented with deep conditioners, moisture, protein, anything to get the hair moisturized and healthy the way it should be, just like if it was straight. So you notice straight hair doesn't have a lot of problems with dryness. That's because the oils are able to get down all the way to the ends of the hair with no issue. Most of the time you see with straight hair, they have issues with oily scalps or oily hair. Most of the time, naturally textured hair is the exact opposite. We require a lot more moisture and strengthening than our hair is able to provide us. So over time, if your hair is not getting the amount of moisture and protein it needs, the amount of care that it needs, it's going to become weaker, it's going to dry out, it's going to become brittle, and eventually it even breaks off, known as breakage, right? That's where deep conditioners come in handy. If you deep condition once a week or twice a week max, 30 minutes each time, you are providing your hair with the extra moisture that it needs, that it does not get from the sebum that is not able to go all the way down our hair. So hopefully that makes sense, because I know I am trying to fit in a lot of information at one time. So you see, now that my hair has the moisture it needs, how quickly it begins to clump and create the coils and the clumps. This is what our natural sebum is supposed to do for our hair. But unfortunately, because it can't get all the way down our hair, we need to use a deep conditioner. Deep conditioning once a week leaves the hair soft, manageable, and over time it's going to improve the overall health of your hair. It's going to make it shinier. It's going to allow your hair to hold on to more moisture for longer periods of time so that you don't have to deep condition as much. Or I know people that can deep condition once every 2 weeks. It just depends on the needs of your hair. But a basic good rule of thumb is to deep condition once a week. Now, while I finish up the last section, let's talk about the difference between a deep conditioner and a regular rinse out conditioner. Now, I'll be the first to say, before I knew what the difference was, I did not use rinse out conditioners. I just felt like it was redundant. If I already deep conditioned, I did not need to use another conditioner for another 3 to 5 minutes to again condition my hair. I always figured, what if it's too much conditioner, then I'm over moisturizing my hair and that can make it come out of whack. Here's the main difference between deep conditioners and rinse out conditioners. Deep conditioners are considered the intensive conditioners, okay? Because they're formulated to penetrate the hair at a much deeper rate than the regular rinse out conditioners. Rinse out conditioners are formulated to penetrate the cuticle of the hair, which is the outermost layer of the hair. This is where all the scales are on your hair strand. The scales, if you are familiar with porosity, the scales being open is what causes high porosity. The scales being closed is what causes low porosity, right? Or healthy hair, ideal hair. So the rinse out conditioners are formulated to work only on the, like, you know, it can penetrate past the cuticle, but its main focus is the cuticle, to get all the little scales down, sealed properly, because conditioner is meant to seal the cuticle. That way you can reflect the light off of your hair and it looks shiny and healthy and moisturized, right? That is the purpose of the 3 to 5 minute conditioners. They are considered instant conditioners, which work to close the scales on the cuticle to prevent frizz, to quench frizz, and keep hair looking frizz-free and beautiful. Now, the issue with instant conditioners is that by the next day, your hair is going to be dry again. Since you didn't focus on the full strand, you know, working all the way in, you're going to need to moisturize more often. Whereas a deep conditioner, also known as an intensive conditioner, is going to work to penetrate all the way down to the cortex of the hair, which is the innermost layer. And it's going to moisturize and strengthen from within so that you can focus on overall repairing the condition of the hair, making sure that it's healthier. Whereas if you just use a rinse out conditioner only, you can't get the same benefits and it will take longer to repair your hair. A deep conditioner is just extremely necessary. It's what you're going to be using every week to continue repairing the curls that were ruined by, you know, direct heat for years or chemical treatments such as bleaching or anything like that. So now I'm just using the steam to really continue to intensify this treatment. Since I've applied it all, it took about 10 minutes using the BMC sectioning method to really focus on all of the hair. And as you can see, it's really curly already, it's really shiny, and the deep conditioner is working to penetrate. I'm just gonna put my hair in one of these little plastic caps. This works to contain the natural heat that your scalp produces and seal it in with the hair so it can intensify the treatment, okay? This is just getting the most out of your deep conditioning. So we're gonna leave this on for 30 minutes, right? Since I've already taken like about 10 or 15 with applying and it's been sitting there, I'll leave it for about another 15 and that's about it. Let's talk about the difference between deep conditioners and hair masks. So as you continue your curly girl method journey, you're gonna notice that you're gonna come across products that say deep conditioner, right? Or hair mask. For example, what we used today was a smoothing hair mask. Whereas the same company, Carmela Marie, makes a deep conditioner. So you may be asking, what's the difference between a deep conditioner and a hair mask? So let's get into that. Deep conditioners and masks are essentially the same thing. They both are intensive conditioners that work to soften the hair over time and improve the overall health of your hair. The biggest difference you'll find in the masks will vary by brand. So most of the time, masks are formulated to address specific problems such as dry and brittle hair. So for example, the one we were using today promises to moisturize and soften the hair. When you look at the mask, it promises to leave your hair light, bouncy, and moisturized and lock in the moisture. Those are specific promises. whereas a regular deep conditioner is formulated to overall improve the health of your hair. So that can be shinier, that can be more moisturized, whatever it may be, but the hair mask tackles a specific problem such as dry and brittle hair. Can you deep condition on dry hair? You absolutely can deep condition on dry hair. The only tip I'm going to give you is if you suffer from buildup, if you have low porosity hair, which is known to build up product quickly, or you've just been really tacking on the products lately, you haven't had time to wash your hair, do a proper clarifying treatment or anything like that, I'm going to suggest you not deep condition on dry hair, because if you have buildup, it's going to prevent the deep conditioner from working deep down inside like it is supposed to be doing. Whereas when you cleanse your hair, everything is out, and now it's just going to focus on purely moisturizing and repairing the hair the way it should be. There will be no buildup to get in the way and counter react what the actual mask or deep conditioner was supposed to do. Okay, how and why should I add heat to my deep conditioning treatments? So heat, basically the one thing to understand is heat will ultimately enhance your treatment. Heat, for the most part, allows the product to go into the hair more quickly. Reason is when you apply heat to your hair, it opens the scales, like the scales on your cuticle rise, and that allows whatever product you have in your hair to really penetrate at much quicker times and much more efficiently, basically. Indirect heating tools such as a hair steamer, a deep conditioning cap such as from Thermal Hair Care, the hot head, I love those, or even a dryer can help heat up the treatment, which penetrates the hair faster and intensifies the benefits of the treatments. Personally, as you can see, I am a huge fan of the Q Redo hair steamer. This helps heat up my conditioner so it can penetrate more quickly and work better. And it also helps to naturally remove or get rid of any buildup on the hair follicles that may be causing blockages and not allowing the follicles to get all the nutrients they need. Not only that, it's just more water. It's more moisture in your hair, and that over time will not only soften the hair, it'll help detangle the hair, but it will also work to help keep the hair. When winter comes, the dry air really removes the moisture from the hair. So if you're using steam or any kind of indirect heating, that basically allows the moisture to hang on for longer periods of time, and this will avoid breakage and split ends. What are some last minute tips that I have for deep conditioning? Definitely maximize your treatment. So for regular deep conditioners, I like to add 2 teaspoons. I don't have it with me right now. I like to add 2 teaspoons of Bragg's liquid amino acids. The reason is because amino acids are small protein building blocks. They are broken off pieces from the original big protein that are small enough to penetrate the hair all the way to the cortex of the hair, which means that the amino acid has to be very, very small to get through all those layers of hair. So amino acids are small enough to do that, which means it's going to help moisturize and strengthen the hair from within instead of only focusing on the cuticle of the hair, which is just the outer layer. So this is really gonna intensify the repairing, the moisture levels, all of that. It's going to make for a really, really intensive treatment paired with the steam or with the heat. It's really gonna help repair the hair much more quickly over time. So I noticed within 3 months of normal deep conditioning and adding the liquid amino acids, my hair repaired quicker than it did in the first 6 months of my journey when I didn't know this tip. So essential oils like rosemary, sage, clary sage, cedarwood, geranium are all great for boosting hair growth and the thickness of hair. If you have fine hair like mine and you want to thicken it, those are all great oils to add to your deep conditioner. As well as honey. Basically raw honey or manuka honey have a lot of nutrients, which is basically like food to your hair follicles. It makes your hair follicles continue to produce really healthy, shiny, bouncy curls. Honey is a great humectant and adds moisture and shine to your hair for longer periods of time. Never ever deep condition for more than 30 minutes. Remember, you will not get any more benefit. Scientifically, after 30 minutes, your hair gets everything that it needs to get from a deep conditioner and you can rinse it out. If you leave it for an hour, 2 hours, or even overnight, it's not going to get any added benefit, and you're more than likely going to cause yourself over moisturization of hair, which is known as hygrofatigue. And trust me, that is a whole set of problems that can take months to rectify if you over moisturize your hair. Do not deep condition overnight. Please, please, please listen to me. It will cause hygrofatigue. Even if it takes 1 time or 2 or even 10 times deep conditioning overnight, it will eventually lead to hygrofatigue, which you will have to remedy with lots and lots of protein. Do not apply conditioners to the scalp or roots. Always focus the conditioner a 1/4 inch away from the scalp. As we already discussed, the scalp produces all the nutrients that your hair is going to ever need, besides whatever products you apply to it. So the roots are naturally still alive. They're connected to the scalp. They don't need anything other than water at this point. Okay, so always apply whatever products, because let me tell you, products get expensive. You don't want to waste those products. Always apply it a 1/4 inch away from the scalp and really, really focus it on the ends of your hair like I showed you how to do. And finally, look for more natural deep conditioners than the normal big box store options such as Shea Moisture. A lot of Shea Moisture tends to build up in my hair. It doesn't really help too much. Same with Diva Curl. Heaven and Hair, it's way too expensive and I didn't find as much use for it after the first bottle or 2. So I tend to find more success with conditioners that contain a little bit of protein and moisture so that you can keep the balance all the time, which is stuff like Carmela Marie. They have a deep conditioner and a hair mask. Aladia Hair Care has a fantastic deep conditioner, my all-time favorite. And Anasi Naturals has an amazing mango hemp restorative deep conditioner. So you can't go wrong when you look for more natural and smaller businesses. Remember, the small businesses are always going to look out for you more than the big box realtors ever can, because they're already too big and too massive to scale. So smaller companies can do more for you when it comes to all natural ingredients. So I hope you guys enjoyed this deep conditioning session. I'm going to rinse this off in about another 5 minutes, and then I'm going to use a rinse out conditioner to seal the cuticle, and then I can go in, rinse that out, and style my hair for my normal day, which today is a live session. So I will see you guys later for the live session. I hope you got everything you need from deep conditioning. If you need to watch it over, please make sure you watch this video over and get all the little tips. And as always, all the tips that I shared with you are available through the article, The Science of Deep Conditioning, that is available in the description box below for you guys. You can read that article as you go through and how I deep condition my own hair. So I will see you guys soon, and I hope you guys have an amazing curl day. Mwah! God bless you.